السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم مستر حسين شريف. We complete general revision. Today, part 2, complete question number 1. There are two types of electric current, which are state and space. There are two types of electric current, which are direct and alternating current. Okay. Question number 2, electric cell reduces space current while the dynamo produces space current. Electric cell produces direct current while the dynamo produces alternating current. Question number 3, in electric cell or dry cell, space energy is converted into electric energy. In electric cell, chemical energy is converted into electric energy. Number 4, similar electric cells are connected in space to obtain a high electromotive force and are connected in space to obtain an electromotive force equals one of them. Similar electric cells are connected in series connection to obtain a high electromotive force and are connected in parallel to obtain an electromotive force equals one of them. Question number 5, complete. The Mendel's first law is known as space, and the second law is known as space. The Mendel's first law is known as segregation of factors, and the second law is known as independent assortment. Question number 6, the individual carries space gene or genes for each hereditary trait, while gametes carries space gene or genes for each hereditary trait. The individual carries 2 genes for each hereditary trait, the individual, while gamete carries 1 gene for each hereditary trait. The gamete carries 1 gene, while individual carries 2 genes. Okay, from the parent itself. Question number 7, the scientist Space is the founder of hereditary. He used the seeds of space plants because its flowers are space and thus it can self-pollinate. The scientist Mendel is the founder of hereditary or أسس لي بالوراثة. He used the seeds of bee plant because its flowers are hermaphrodite or bisexual, and thus it can self-pollinate. Question number 8, deficiency of space hormone during space stage causes dwarfism, deficiency of growth hormone during childhood stage causes dwarfism. Number 9, space gland consists of two lobes and located in the front surface of the neck, and it secretes space and space hormones. Thyroid gland consists of two lobes and located in the front of the neck, front surface of the neck, and it secretes thyroxine and calcitonin hormone. Okay. Number 10, space are the cells that the hormones affect, and they are almost located away from the endocrine gland that secretes the hormone. Target cells are the cells that the hormones affect, and they are almost located away from the endocrine gland that secretes the hormone. Question number 11. Space stimulates body's organs to respond to emergencies like fear, anger, and emotion. Adrenaline hormone stimulates body's organs to respond to emergencies like fear, anger, and emotion. Question number 12. The reaction of an acid with a base to form salt and water is known as a space reaction. The reaction of an acid with a base to form salt and water is known as a neutralization reaction. Question number 13. Space is one of the radioactive elements, and the amount of the absorbed nuclear radiation measuring unit is the space. The radium or radium, uh, maybe uranium, any radioactive element, okay, and the amount of the absorbed nuclear radiation measuring unit is the sievert. Okay. Question number 14. Henry Becquerel. Henry Becquerel discovered the emission of an unseen rays from space element, uranium element. Henry Becquerel discovered the emission of an unseen rays, unseen rays from uranium element. Question number 15. Nuclear energy is used in medicine, in space and space of some diseases. Nuclear energy is used in medicine, in diagnose and treat of some diseases. Okay. Question number 16. Isotopes are atoms of the same number of space and with different number of space. الisotopes اللي هي النظائر are atoms that the same number of of protons, okay, and with different number of neutrons, okay, the same in atomic number and with different number of mass number. Question number 17. The nuclear wastes of mild and moderate nuclear wastes are surrounded by a space layer or space. The nuclear wastes of mild and moderate nuclear wastes are surrounded by a cement layer or rocks. Another question, choose question number 1. Space is used in electroplating process. Letter A, electric generator. Letter B, electric cell. Letter C, electric motor. Letter D, no correct answer. Electric cell is used in electroplating process. Question number 2. Space is used to produce direct electric current. Letter A, dynamo. Letter B, rheostat. Letter C, ammeter. Letter D, dry cell. Dry cell is used to produce direct electric current. Question number 3. To generate an alternating current, electric current, we use the space. Letter A, dry cell. Letter B, dynamo. Letter C, dry battery. Letter D, all the previous. To generate an alternating electric current, we use the dynamo. Question 4. The direct current is used in space. Letter A, lighting houses and streets. Letter B, operating appliances. Letter C, A and B. Letter D, no correct answer. Letter D, no correct answer. Question number 5. From the properties of the direct current is that it, letter A, properties of direct current. Letter A has constant intensity only. Letter B is changeable direction. Letter C has constant intensity and direction. Letter D, no correct answer. From the properties of the direct current is that it has constant intensity and direction. Question number 6. Mendel's law is known as the law of factors. Letter A, independent assortment. Letter B, segregation. Letter C, fusion. Letter D, disappearance. Mendel's second law is known as the law of factors, independent assortment. Question number 7. The genes controlling genetic traits of the living organism by producing letter A, hormones. Letter B, vitamins. Letter C, enzymes. Okay. Letter D, fats. The genes controlling genetic traits of the living organism by producing enzymes. Okay. Question number 8. The genotype of yellow color wrinkled seeds B plant its space. Letter A, Y small, S capital, S capital. Letter B, Y capital, S capital, S capital. Letter C, Y small, S small, S small. Letter D, Y capital, S small, S small. The genotype or structure genes of yellow color wrinkled seeds pea plant its Y capital, S small, S small. Y capital, yellow seed, its color dominant trait. Okay, it's small, wrinkled seed recessive trait is recessive trait. Okay, question number 9. On matching two hybrid parents, the percentage of recessive traits in offspring is space percent. Letter A, 75%. Letter B, 50%. Letter C, 25%. Letter D, 0%. On matching two hybrid parents, the percentage of recessive traits in offspring is 25%. Question number 10. Space secretes facilitating hormone during delivery. Letter A, the pituitary glands. Letter B, the ovaries. Letter C, adrenal gland. Letter D, the thyroid gland. The pituitary gland secretes facilitating hormone during delivery. Question number 11. The disorder resulted due to the increase of secretion in the growth hormone at childhood is letter A, gigantism, letter B, dwarfism, letter C, simple goiter, letter D, diabetes. The disorder resulted due to the increase of secretion in the growth hormone at childhood is gigantism. Question number 12. The hormone which regulates the level of calcium in blood is space hormone. Letter A, calcitonin. Letter B, thyroxine. Letter C, progesterone. Letter D, adrenal. The hormone which regulates the level of calcium in blood is calcitonin hormone. Question number 13. The hormone whose deficiency causes the enlargement of the thyroid gland is space. Letter A, estrogen. Letter B, insulin. Letter C, thyroxine. Letter D, glucagon. The hormone whose deficiency causes the enlargement of the thyroid gland is thyroxine. Another question, write the scientific term. Question number 1. They are ductless glands that secrete their hormones directly in blood without passing through ducts. They are ductless glands that secrete their hormones directly in blood without passing through ducts. Endocrine glands. Question number 2. They are the cells that the hormones affect, and they are almost located away from the endocrine gland that secretes the hormone. They are the cells that the hormones affect, and they are almost located away from the endocrine gland that secretes the hormone target cells. Question number 3, it is the increase or decrease in the secretion of one of the hormones as a result of a disorder in the action of the endocrine gland responsible for it abnormal. It's the increase or decrease in the secretion of one of the hormones as a result of a disorder in the action of the endocrine gland responsible for it abnormal. Hormone disorder أو الخلل الهرموني. Question number 4. Scientist who was the first founder of heredity. Scientist who was the first founder of heredity. Mendel. Gregor Mendel. Question number 5. They are the traits that are transmitted from one generation to another. They are the traits that are transmitted from one generation to another. Hereditary traits. Question number 6. The hormone which controls the speed of growth rate of body muscles, bones, and other organs. The hormone which controls the speed of growth rate of body muscles, bones, and other organs. Growth hormone. Question number 7. It is a science that researches the transmission of the hereditary traits from one generation to another. It is a science that researches the transmission of the hereditary traits from one generation to another. Genetics. Question number 8. The cells by which the hereditary traits are transmitted from parents to offspring. Gametes. Another question, correct the underlined word. Question number 1. On decreasing of sugar level in the blood, the ovaries respond by secreting glucagon hormone. On decreasing of sugar level in the blood, the pancreas responds by secreting glucagon hormone. Question number 2. The testosterone hormone responsible for the appearance of the female secondary sex character. The testosterone hormone responsible for the appearance of the male secondary sex characters. Question number 3. The pituitary gland exists below the liver. Pituitary glands exist below the brain. Question number 4. Testosterone hormone responsible for the appearance of the female secondary sex characters. Estrogen hormone responsible for the appearance of the female secondary sex characters. Question number 5. Mendel's second law is called the law of segregation of factors. Mendel's second law is called the law of independent assortment of hereditary factors. Question number 6, the mixed pollination between bee plants with pure yellow seeds and bee plants with pure green seeds produces bee plants with pure green seeds uh, with hybrid yellow seeds. Question number 7, the ratio of gametes T capital R capital in a bee plant whose genetic structure or genotype is T capital T small R capital R small is 75%, 25%. Question number 8, every gene gives a special gamete responsible for the occurrence of a reaction resulting in a protein showing a hereditary trait. Every gene gives a special enzyme responsible for the occurrence of a reaction resulting in a protein showing a hereditary trait. Another question, what happens when write the reaction equation if possible? Number 1, the time of flowing the electric charge through a certain cross-section of a conductor is doubled. The electric current intensity decreases to its half. Question number 2, the number of neutrons inside the atom is more than required. Its energy will increase, so the atom's nuclei will emit invisible radiation, alpha, beta, gamma, to achieve its stability. Question number 3, a rapid and sudden decrease in the speed of modern cars. An electric spark are generated which decompose sodium azide into sodium and nitrogen gas, so the airbag gets inflated by nitrogen gas at extreme speed. Then it gets vacuumed quickly to ensure clear vision and proper movement for the driver. And its equation 2Na Na3 in the presence of electric spark produce 2Na plus 3N2. Question number 4, when glucose sugar level is increased in blood, pancreas responds by secreting insulin hormone to reduce the percentage of glucose sugar in blood. Question number 5, when testosterone hormone does not secrete at adulthood stage in a male, the male secondary sex characters are not appear. Question 6, when glucose sugar level is increased in or when estrogen hormone doesn't secrete at adulthood stage in female. Question, when estrogen hormone doesn't secrete at adulthood stage in a female. What happened when estrogen hormone doesn't secrete at adulthood stage in a female? The female secondary sex characters are not appeared. Question number 7, bringing a burning splint close to the gas produced by the thermal decomposition of HGO, oxygen gas, will increases the flow of burning splint 2 HgO, heat reduce 2 Hg mercury plus oxygen gas O2. Question number 8, the number of red blood cells decreased in the human body. This will leads to feeling of being sick, sore throat accompanied by nausea, vertigo, and diarrhea. Mention the physical quantity. What is measured by each of the following unit, joule per volt dot second. Joule divided volt dot second. Joule, the measuring unit of work. Volt, measuring unit of potential difference. Dot means times. Second, the measuring unit of time. Okay. Work divided potential difference, W divided V, equal quantity of charge. Quantity of charge divided time equal current intensity. Okay, the physical quantity is current intensity. Another question, give reasons for number 1, the radiation pollution may be occurred in areas at which nuclear explosion is not occurred. Because the radiation pollution may be transferred by the dry falling through wind or by falling of rains to Earth's surface. Question number 2, some elements are called radioactive elements. And another question with the same answer, uranium is considered from radioactive elements because it has exists amount of energy which emitted it in form of invisible radiation. Question number 3, the radioactive waste should be buried away from underground water's path to prevent water pollution. Question number 4, a black substance is formed when green copper carbonate is heated intensely. Because copper carbonate decomposes by heating into copper oxide, its color black, and carbon dioxide evolves. Question number 5, a yellowish white substance is formed when white sodium nitrate is heated. Because sodium nitrate decomposes by heating into sodium nitrite, yellowish white, and oxygen gas evolves. Question number 6, when a quantity of mercury oxide is heated, its mass decreases and its color changes. Because red mercury oxide decomposes by heating into mercury, silver color, and oxygen gas evolves. Question number 7, pancreas is a mixed gland because it acts as a ductless gland which secretes the insulin and glucagon hormones that regulate the glucose sugar level in the blood, and it also secretes digestive juices that helps in digestion process through adult. Question number 8, pancreas is a double function gland غدة مزدوجة الوظيفة because the pancreas secretes the insulin hormone and the glucagon hormone, and the function of each hormone contradicts the function of the other. Okay. And electric appliance works with a potential difference to 120 volts and electric resistance 10 ohm. Calculate the current intensity and the amount of electric charge through 5 seconds. Electric current intensity equal potential difference V divided electric resistance R capital equal 220 divided 10 equal 22 ampere. Okay. Amount of electric charge Q equal current intensity I times time T equal 22 times 5 equal 110 coulomb. A pea plant with hybrid yellow, another question. A pea plant with hybrid yellow seeds has been crossed over with a plant of green seeds. Explain on genetic basis the genotype of the parent, the gametes, and the first generation individuals. Y capital Y small, cross Y small, Y small. Gametes Y capital, Y small, Y small, Y small. First generation, Y capital Y small, Y capital Y small, Y small, Y small, Y small, Y small. Ratio 50% yellow seeds, okay, ratio to 50% green seeds. A battery of, another question, a battery of 3 cells, the electromotive force of each cell is 3 volts. Calculate the electromotive force of the battery if the cells are connected. Letter A in series, letter B in parallel. Solution, letter A in series connection. Okay, electromotive force total equal N times electromotive force, one of them. 3 number of electric cells, 3 times 3 electric motive force of 1 equal 9 volts. Letter B in parallel connection, electromotive force total equal electromotive force of one of them equal 3 volts. Okay, in series connection and B parallel connection. كده نكون وصلنا لنهاية حصة اليوم. نقابل على خير إن شاء الله في الفاينل ريفيجن. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.